Welcome back to day 7. Today we are focusing on financial security. All right. If you're just jumping in and you have not done any of the first 6 days, then please go back and watch the 6 days because this is just not going to click. This is just not going to make any sense to you, and it's just not going to stick if you don't do what we did for the first 6 days. So go ahead and pause this video and go there, and then I'll see you in a little bit. All right, assuming you just did that, those of you who have watched the first 6 days, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me. I can tell you that I am feeling resistance to doing these videos. I can't tell you, I was sitting in my dining room over there behind this window, and it took all of my energy to come out here and actually do this video, which tells me that I absolutely must do it. All right. So today's video is all about creating financial security for you. And that financial security really means what is the minimum amount of money that you must make every single month to feel financially safe, right? We are talking about just safety. And safety doesn't have to be the bare minimum. Safety just needs to be a feeling, right? It's like, I feel safe. Right? So for example, for me, for some of you, this number is going to feel like pocket change. For some of you, this number may feel exorbitant, outrageous, and for me, it's just right. For me, in order for me to feel financially safe, I need to bring in $12,000 a month. That is my magic number. That is my sweet spot. That allows me to pay my $4,100 a month mortgage. It allows me to pay for all of my needs and to put money in the savings account and not carry credit card debt. That is my safety number. I feel very good when I'm putting money in my monthly IRA, my husband's IRA, prepaying for my daughter's college, and putting money aside into savings account. So that is my safety number. Your number is whatever it is, right? So maybe if you're carrying credit card debt, you're saying, you know what, it would be great if I could pay off that credit card in 3 months from now, instead of moving it into 12 months or whatever that is. So you just beef up that amount, and that is your safety number. So it really is all about feeling safe financially. And I'll tell you why this is. So many gurus, coaches, whatever you want to call them, out there, they're teaching, what is your number? What's your magic number? Multiply that by 10 or add a 0 or do all these things. Yeah, maybe for somebody else, but you know my story, you know my history, and if you keep showing up to these videos, your story is probably not much different from mine. So sure, we had our own experiences, but you've gone through enough crazy stuff to be here. And so for people like us, that doesn't mean anything, because we cannot outrun our nervous system. We cannot outrun whatever our nervous system views as safe. So if I was to say $50,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month, my subconscious mind is like, yeah, it's not gonna happen, because that feels unsafe, because we haven't been there. We haven't been there consistently, right? I've had months where I make $2,000, I've had months where I make $45,000, but I've never been anywhere consistently. So my nervous system says, you don't have a track record, girlfriend, right? So that does not feel safe. So whatever it is that we can tell our mind, our subconscious mind, hey, look, we're gonna feel safe. We get to stay in this house. We get to put money in the savings account. We get to pay our bill. We get to not get any credit card debt. We get to pay for Ella's college, so that we don't have any credit, and that feels safe. Now my nervous system says, ooh, safety, safety, safety. All she's talking about is safety. Yes, I was designed to keep her safe. I like it, right? So that's really what we're doing today. So I encourage you to put down you don't have to get any of those fancy apps or anything like that. Pull up a Google sheet or some sort of spreadsheet or some plain old paper and pen and paper, and just jot down all of your bills, everything that you are paying on a consistent basis, and add whatever would help you feel safe on a regular basis. For example, adding an extra $100 to your savings account a month, or $1,000, or whatever that is. Safety is the key. Today is all about safety, because your nervous system is going to say, you know what, you're not trying to push me into the wilderness out there, into crazy places where I've never been. All you want to do is be my friend and keep me safe. Now I like you and I can go along with that. So yes, eventually we're going to talk about crazy numbers, but today is all about safety. So write all of that down, get a realistic picture of where you are, and write that number down and take a picture of it. Put it as your screensaver, as your wallpaper, or just put it on your mirror in the bathroom, whatever that is. But today we are creating safety. All right, that is your only assignment. Again, if you watched the entire video but you haven't watched the first 6 days, I strongly encourage you to do that, because this is just not going to cut it for you if you have not. All right, I will see you tomorrow.